The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at this Niner defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Well, this defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Smith on 1st down. Finding Walker, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this up past the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, what a move. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Here's Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here. It is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down. Now Purdy. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Geno now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10, Smith again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Again, Smith. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Purdy now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
2nd and 10. And throwing here, Purdy. And he will find his man, Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to throw, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Niners go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Geno. He completes this to Walker. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's taken to the 26. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. And you see the last drive, great chunky yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Rolling to his right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a hand.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Geno on first down. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Walker showing the power. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. The final shot here before break. Smith. And it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
All right, Brandon,
So
thank
we
you
have
very
reached
much. We're starting to
halftime here
get
with a
near
visiting
the home
49.
stretch.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And he is going to have a Niners first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Out of the gun, Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And that one blown up quickly,
as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk from 13 yards out. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right.
After review of the play.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Now Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point,
and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Smith now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, no. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Holding offensive.
And that's on the guard, Cody Ford. And now Smith going to change the play. Now Gino. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Smith. And incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This is taken at the 15. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
117 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the 1st time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
This is Samuel.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
This one complete to Scott Miller.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Geno now to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Taking it about the 16. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
The Niners on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for